Alpha, Austin, Allenville, Evan Junction, Cedarville, Covington, Caspian, Name, Junction, Big Bay, Dollar Bay, Nominaway, Isabella, Limestone, Lorium.
Hi, this is Jim Islip with MSU Extension, and this is What's Up at UPREC on December 11, 2020. Today we're going to have a look at the Malting Barley lab here at UPREC.
Hi, my name is Christian Kapp, and I am the agronomy research technician along with the lab manager of the barley lab here at UPREC. And today we are going to talk a little bit about our malting barley lab. We started to work with malting barley back 2010. We had a relationship with what used to be Anheuser-Busch and is now AB InBev. And then from there, James Islip and Dr. Russ Freed co-wrote a Project Green grant. And then our research snowballed from there with the hire of our coordinator, Ashley McFarland at the time. Our malting barley research really exploded. And as a result of that explosion, what you see here is equipment that was purchased by a grant from MDARD in support of our barley quality testing lab. And so what this lab does is we take a look at the barley that comes off the field to see if it's suitable for the production of malting barley, in other words, which is a very stringent specification list, but the main number one is germination. Malting barley is the only crop that's really required to be sold in a live state. 95% germination is industry standard, and so we test germination here. Another test that we perform would be crude protein. Crude protein is important in malting barley production due to the fact that protein is tied to the amount of extract that a brewer can expect. We also have kernel assortment, which tells us how plump our kernels are. We want our kernels nice and plump. We want them able to soak up a lot of water in the malting process. We also have our RVA machine, and what this machine does is it tests the viscosity of our barley. Our barley is ground after it goes through the NIR machine, and from there it extrapolates out a number, and what we can use with that number is to tell whether or not our barley has pre-harvest sprouted in the field, which is not where we want that to happen. We want it to sprout in the malt house. We have had issues with pre-harvest sprout in Michigan, specifically with spring barley. The RVA is a really important tool as well, just due to our climate. And then last, certainly not least, we have this machine right here, and what this machine does is it tests for mycotoxins. The sale of malting barley is tied to the amount of dioxin and valinol that's within the seed. That's created by a disease called Fusarium head blight. It can also test for other mycotoxins. We've been looking at ergot, alkaloid, and rye, for example. So that's this would be considered the heart of the lab right here. And then out there would be just kind of the peripherals. We have a seed counter. Counting out 100 seeds can be quite tedious, especially if you're doing 50 lots. Our research in barley has grown, and we started to collaborate with Kellogg Biological Station a number of years ago, and that's led to collaborations with the wheat extension specialist Dennis Pennington, who is looking at rye, and also Dr. Nicole Schreiner, who is looking at distillation. So our barley research has really grown from spring barley and transitioned over to more winter barley along with winter rye. We still test spring barley. The weight of our research currently is on winter barley and winter rye for spirit whiskey. So this lab is a public lab. Anyone can send their samples in here. Anytime that you want to send a sample, we're open year-round except for the holidays. We also test a lot of research samples. This year we have actually more research samples than we have private samples. we've had like a 200% increase in our research samples. So right now that's what we're concentrating on, is working with our partners on campus and testing their barley. So our main partners would be Michigan Crop Improvement Association, Lima Grain, some other seed companies, some other private individuals, farmers, malting companies. The Brewers Guild has been a huge partner in supporting us and our work that we do here. They've been with us since the beginning. They're a huge partner. We also have collaborations with North Dakota State University, which has given us a lot of access to germplasm from the High Plains and Intermountain West. Also, we have had a lot of company support as well. So it's a big moving picture with a lot of parts, but they all seem to fit together.
For more information on MSU's work with malting barley, visit the MSU Extension Malting Barley website. That's what's up at UPREC. Hope to see you again next time.
I've been everywhere, man. I've crossed the UP fair, man. I've breathed that freezing air.